Just by breathing in today's digital world, we generate data. Every single day, we generate 2.5 quintillion bytes of data. Now, if we were to put all of that data onto Blu-ray discs, we would have 10 million discs, and if we stacked them up, they would be 4 times higher than the Eiffel Tower. So every day we generate a lot of data. But just because we make a lot of data doesn't mean that it's actually very useful. And in fact, I think that one of the reasons that many of the people I work with in customer service, sales, marketing and events, one of the reasons they're struggling is because there is so much data. There's enough to drown in. And when we get to that space of drowning in data, it's really hard to make sense of what our strategy should be. And I firmly believe that you don't need lots of data to solve a problem. You just need the right data. Martin Lindstrom wrote a book called Small Data, the tiny clues that uncover huge trends. And in the book, he tells this fascinating story about how a pair of stinky skate shoes saved Lego from financial oblivion. Lego was doing like most businesses. It was commissioning reports by agencies that were using big data analytics to try and uncover trends, to understand why it was that Lego wasn't doing so well. And every report kind of came back saying the same thing. Digital natives, so the kids born after 1980s, just didn't have the attention span for Lego. They were much more into their technology. But thankfully, Lego didn't actually take the reports lying down. They didn't take it as a death sentence. Instead, they decided to go the opposite way and to go in deep with their customers. And they put the numbers aside and they started pursuing stories instead. And they sent researchers out to across the world to talk to kids about their obsession with Lego. And they ended up visiting an 11-year-old German boy in a small rural town. And they asked him, what's your most prized possession? And he pulled out this pair of old stinky skate shoes. And the researchers were like, ooh, why is this so important to you? And the boy said, well, it's because it's my credibility. These shoes show that I'm the best, most awesome skater in town. And I think that that's when the penny dropped for Lego, because this seemingly insignificant insight was actually a window into the way that kids across the world think. Kids across the world are willing to work hard to master skills that give them social credibility. And so Lego decided to chuck out the strategy of making their blocks bigger, which is what the big data report suggested. And they actually made their blocks smaller, and they gave them more detail, and they set much more complex construction challenges, all with the aim of getting kids to work towards that mastery. And the rest is history. Within a decade, Lego's previously tanking sales had stabilised. And after the Lego movie was released in 2014, sales shot up by 11% and are now averaging about US $2 billion per annum. I love this story because it shows that the data that you choose to listen to matters. It doesn't have to be big data, but it does have to be remarkable, and it does have to tell the story of your customers. And when it tells the story of your customers, it means that you can act on those insights in really meaningful ways and deliver exactly what it is that your customers are looking for.